a ball today that has given us some problems throughout the year. I thought that they spread the floor, that they took their big guys away from the basket. We know they're one of the better three-point shooting teams. When you rely on your perimeter shooting as much as we do, and we one of the better three-point shooting teams in the country, when you have those games when your shots are not falling, you know, you have to make adjustments. And today, I thought we had, early on, we had a really nice, uncontested, wide open shots that we just were not able to get the fall today. And then they seem to be moving the ball, and those same shots on the other end, they got them to fall. They really did a great job executing. I thought they moved the ball, made the extra pass. They attacked the basket when they did drive very aggressively. So I was very proud of the guys because we got down 20. We cut the lead a little bit there at halftime. And then we came out the second half and kind of cut the 10, and we kind of hung there for a while, and we cut the 4 and had 2 turnovers there late. But the bottom line is that I just thought that Notre Dame did a better job of playing to their strengths, and they exploited, you know, our weaknesses by not turning the ball over, being extremely aggressive, hitting the open shots, and challenging our defensive discipline by making the extra pass and keeping us on defense. And then at the end, they hit their free throws. And when they had a chance to get some of those open looks that we had in the first half, theirs went down and we missed ours. And you got to give them credit. They were a lot sharper with their game plan than we were today.
Coach, can you talk about the technical foul and what happened? Because it seemed like it was a momentum shift really for both sides at that point.
Well, to be very honest with you, I don't really know what happened on the technical. I don't know why he gave us the technical. It seemed as though this is one of those days where, you know, you have the officials, I thought, were a little more sensitive today than what I had noticed in the past. A lot of times when there's an issue that they're concerned about, they'll mention it to you. But today was one of those days where I guess that it wasn't one of those days. And normally, you know, the games mean an awful lot. And I think there's no doubt that our team, our kids, and maybe some of our coaches might have been a little mouthy, but no one disrespected anybody. There was nothing that I felt that was disrespectful, unless you wanted to be sensitive and be overly sensitive. And the game's over. We're not going to get it back. Me complaining about the referee and the officials is not going to do any good. So the technical, I'm sure we either earned it or we didn't, but we got it. So if that had something to do with the game, I'd like to think that, Antoine, that there was those 20 points that we gave up in the first half had a lot more to do with us losing the game than that technical in the second half.
Leonard, did you like what you got out of that lineup in the second half when you seemed to go smaller?
Well, we didn't have much choice. You know, we've done that plenty of times. When you're down that much, you have to make whatever adjustments that you can in relation to what the other team is doing. And I thought they were doing an excellent job with a smaller lineup at times, but even their big lineup was more of a perimeter three-point shooting team. And they caused us to have to space the floor. And the way the success, because of the success they were having, we had to go small and match their quickness and their ability, their ability to penetrate and kick and get those threes. So we did a much better job for a period of time. It's just that we didn't do well enough. And you got to give Notre Dame a lot of props because this was an important game for us. And I think part of the journey with our team has been in the position mentally, emotionally, to handle this moment. You know, the pressure of wanting to play well to win a championship, and the will of Notre Dame wanting to be successful against a top 25 opponent. I thought that their will was a little stronger than ours today. And emotionally, I thought we were emotionally ready. But I think that, you know, sometimes you got to learn how to handle these situations when they arise. And hopefully we'll learn from this and move forward and be stronger for the remainder of the year.
Leonard, what is your guys' plan from here? Do you guys go straight to Greensboro, or what? How do you guys handle this?
No, we're coming back home tonight, and hopefully when we land, we'll have a Christmas present in March. But no, we'll go back and we'll regroup. We probably won't go to Greensboro to sometime later on in the week.
Coach, MJ Walker struggled today. What do you attribute that to? Was it just a bad day at the office?
I just think that he's had a great year for us, and that's just part of being a human being. You know, you sometimes you don't play as well as you want to play. But I think it wasn't an MJ off day. It was a Florida State Seminole off day. I mean, we didn't play well enough to win the game, and we've won games with him not scoring points before. We win games by committee, and we lost the game because we didn't play well. I don't think MJ's numbers or his stats might not indicate how well he did play. He gave us good leadership, gave us tremendous effort, like he always does.
Coach, 4 of your 5 losses this season are on the road. How important is it for you guys to get comfortable outside of Tallahassee, knowing you don't have home court advantage in the ACC tournament?
We're going to be in the same position everybody else is. I mean, everybody's going to be on the road in the ACC tournament. And if I go back and look at the records of everyone else, you know, that's just the way it goes. Sometimes it's more challenging to win on the road. But I think we're a pretty good basketball team. You know, I think we just got to figure out how to play well. I don't think it's whether it's on the road, the court's 94 by 50 and the goals are 10 feet. You know, nobody runs out of the stands to block a shot to get a steal. You know, we just got beat by a team that played better than us today. I'm not real sure it had anything to do with where the game was played at. They just played an excellent basketball game in relation to who they were and the talent they have. And you got to give them credit as opposed to trying to figure out, dissect what we could have, what happened to us today. We just got beat by a team who played better than us today. We've proven that we are a good shooting team. We didn't shoot well today. We've proven that we're a pretty good defensive team. We didn't defend very well today. We didn't draw the number of fouls. Thought we wasn't strong going to the basket. But you have those days, and sometimes it's not as much about what you didn't do. You got to give a team credit for how well they played. And I thought today, you got to give Notre Dame credit. They outplayed us today.
Leonard, I don't know, I guess, how much of a believer you are in momentum game over game, week over week. I guess, are you concerned at all about the recent run of play now entering the postseason?
Excuse me?
How concerned are you? Are you concerned at all, I should ask, about the recent run of play, maybe the team's momentum heading into the postseason?
I can't hear what you're saying, Kurt.
He asked about the momentum heading into the tournament. Are you concerned about that?
Know, to be honest with you, I have never been a believer of momentum that's a philosophical media term that I think sometimes you guys use. But as a coach, if you lose a game, you got to get ready to go win another one. You know, so you can't, you know, sometimes it's other people have something to do with how well you play it. And I thought that they did a very good job of they being who they were. Hopefully, from our standpoint, if you go back and check our history, normally, Curry, we normally bounce back from a loss. Ira, you've been around a long time, but I always thought that we pretty much respond pretty well after a loss. Is that not correct?
That is correct.
Any more questions for Coach?
I think we're good.